Hi, it's Everett, Everett's Watercolors. Welcome to Simply Drawing with Everett. Now today I'm going to do another drawing demonstration, and it's going to be some flowers. And one of my favorite flowers is a daffodil. So let's go to my drawing table and let me get started. Okay, I got these three daffodils over here. I got a photograph over here, and I'm going to a piece of paper to get started. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the shape. If you look at the daffodil over here, uh, there's really two basic. It's a multi-shaped flower. Number one, you have a cylinder, which is the petals, cylinder shape. Let me draw that in ink. You have a cylinder, which is the large exterior parts of the petals. That's the outside. And then you have an interior portion, which is a cone. It's like a cone shape. Goes on the inside. So that's really the two. You got the cylinder, which is circular with the petals, and then from there on the cylinder, then we add the petals. So the cylinder is the petals, and then inside the center part is the cylinder. Okay, so that's the two shapes you really have to be concerned about. All right, so let's go to my drawing paper over here. Let me get started. I'm going to start let me get the pencil down here first. So I'm going to go ahead and draw. I'm going to start over here on the left, this over here on the left side. Let's get this, now the angle, they're pretty well facing, this one's kind of facing forward. So we've got I'll draw the cylinder. That's the outside shape of the petals. And then the cylinder is on the inside. It's kind of just like a circular shape. And then I can put the petals. Now the petals overlap, so we start here with overlapping petals. One goes in, side, and then this one goes behind. This one goes on top. So this one goes on top. So you're looking at the pattern here. And this last one, like that. So let me go ahead and draw that in with the pen. So I've got the cylinder. First, I put the larger petal first. We'll start with the one on the top. This looks like this is overlapping outside. There's a little bit smaller one. Then this one overlaps. A little bit larger. They're not all the same size. And this one overlaps over here. This one's underneath. A little bit wider and a little bit shorter. And this one overlaps. And there's a large one here. This overlaps this one. And goes underneath the other one. Okay. And then the cylinder is the edges of the cylinder part, a little bit of ragged edges. So we put those in there, little ragged edges around the corner. And there's a little circle, there's a little center part which sticks out. Okay? And then we'll put a stem on this one. Starting with the center coming down, and we'll put a stem. Give a little turn to it, maybe a little leaf on the end of it. Okay, let's go to the big one here. The big one at the top here. We'll start with this one right here. So this one's kind of angled. It's slightly turned to the side. So let's start with a cylinder. And it's about this angle right here, about this shape over here. Get the cylinder started. It's almost round. It's not oblique, or it's not an ellipse. It's kind of a circular shape. So it starts. It's the outside. Now the inside, the cylinder now has a little bit of an angle to it. So we start the base here, and it kind of comes out here on the edge. So it has a little bit of angle to it. Okay. Then the leaves. This one here. The petals, this one comes out. Then this one overlaps. It's larger. And this one overlaps here. There's underneath. And this one overlaps. And this is a larger petal over here. Okay, so let's draw that one in. So we'll start with the center. We'll start with the center first. So we'll go here. This is kind of a ragged edge, and it's got it's kind of looking at this angle, and the base is over here, something like that. Okay, so we'll start with this one at the bottom. Yeah, I got my outline in there, but now I'm going to go correct my outline just slightly. And this one's a little bit longer, a little bit wider, and this one overlaps. This one overlaps. Pointed, got a point to it. This one, and this big one up here at the top overlaps. So it comes down, and it's a little bit wider. Comes down. This one overlaps. You can see the overlapping. If you look at the photograph really good, you can see the overlapping part. It comes down. And this one here is a real large one. This is overlapped. Okay. This one comes underneath here. Comes to a point and then goes down behind this one. Okay. And this has a center. Closer you can see the center here over to the side. And it comes out this way. All right. And this stem starts about right here, the base. The base is here, so it would come down. I'll put another one over here on this one. Okay, we got one more to go. Okay, now this one here is interesting. It's pointing out to the right just a little bit. So the angle on this one now, again, we get the cylinder in. So at the height, this is look at the height now. This one's higher. This is a little bit lower. It's down lower, but it's not as low as this one. So it's going to be about right here, up here. So the cylinder is going to be elliptical because it's going to have a little angle to it. So let's give it a little angle, a little more like an ellipse. Okay. And let's see, now the cylinder starts here and it comes out this way. Okay, and the petals, there's a shorter petal here. It's kind of at an angle, so it's going to be foreshortened a little bit. And this one overlaps. And this one overlaps this one. This one overlaps. This one comes out here. This is a little bit thinner. And this is the larger one back here. It overlaps a little bit. This one comes out to a point. Okay. All right, let's draw that one in. So we'll start with the cylinder. We'll start with the cylinder inside. So the edges a little bit ragged, ragged edge, and it's going to be facing in this direction over here. And you can't really see the center of this one too much because it's just peeking out there. All right, so we start here at the back. I'll start with the left side here. This one here, right at the base there. Comes down. This one that one overlaps this one. And that overlaps that one. Let's go up here to the top. This side overlaps. This comes out here and comes down. This one overlaps a little bit longer shape here on this one. And it's going to overlap. This one comes underneath. A little bit wider. Down there. Okay. Now this stem, here's the base here. It comes down. So look at the base. That's where the stem is. Right from the base. Don't put the stem somewhere else. It looked like it was off balance. Put some leaves on it. There we go. Okay. All right. So that's our basic. That's the basic shape of the dandelion. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a colored pencil, and we're going to. Now these are Holbein's colored pencils. They come in sets of 24 and 36 up to 50, all the way to 500, all the way to 150 colors. I've got a 24 set here of different colors. And I actually have a combination of different sets. But this is the one I use here for my travel. So this is Holbein's colored pencils, and they're excellent. They're professional. So I'm going to use the, this is yellow, actually yellow lemon. I'm going to color this in. Put a little color on here, get a little. So put in the yellow lemon in here. Because you look at that, it could be a cadmium yellow, but it's got a little bit of green tint to it. So it's really got a yellowish green, which is really a yellow lemon color. Of course, the photograph, it's better if you see the colors firsthand. But photographs sometimes don't give you the exact colors. So you got to come up with a color that's close, as close as you can come up with. And you can look at several photographs and get an idea of the colors you can use. And dandelions will have a different color. This one has a little bit of orange in it in the center. And you can kind of play around with the colors. You don't have to use the color you see. You can use any color you want, basically. In art and drawings, there's no right answer, no wrong answer. Everything works. You can do an abstract design. Do an impressionistic design, which is kind of what I'm doing now. Kind of impressionistic. I took the photograph and just kind of come up with my interpretation of that shape. Now I'm going to put a little bit of that yellow center, which is pointing out just a little bit. This is going on this side, this one's going straight out. I'll put a little bit of yellow there, okay? All right, now I'm going to pick up a little bit of orange and put around that. So that was a cylinder. Now that was the disc. The cylinder is really the center part. The disc is the round shape of the leaves. And I'll make this a little bit darker orange so it pops out. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to put a little bit of greenery on the stems. This is grass green. And this pencil set, so you can buy them. You can buy the big larger set, so you can get like five or six different colors of green. And in the 150 set, you have multiple. I guess there's like 12 sets of greens, 12 types of blues and reds and yellows and oranges, and purples. All the primary and secondary colors are really well defined in the larger sets. Okay, let's get a little design going there. Okay, and now what I'll do now, I think what I'll do is I'm going to use my blender, and this is Holbein's MELTZ Blender, which is a liquid. It's water soluble. So I'll just take a couple drops of that, put it in my little tray here. I'll drop it in my little tray, just a few, 2 or 3 drops. And then I've got a water brush here. There's a water brush, just water in it, and I can use that. It's water soluble, so I can take this and go ahead. Now I'll take that colored pencil, and I'm blending that color in there now, blending it. making that color a little bit more homogenized, spreading that color around a little bit better. But this blender, this MELTZ Blender really does a job. It combines the colors very quickly, liquefies the color, spreads it, just like watercolor. Now, when I change colors, though, I try to wash out the brush a little bit. The orange in the center. So I'm doing a very quick sketch here. You could take more time, be a little more careful, but just the idea here, and then the greenery on the stems and the grass. You could really decorate this up and make it into a garden. Okay. But I wanted to demonstrate drawing a flower, and the flower I chose was the daffodil. So that's the drawings today of my daffodil, my 3 daffodils, okay? Remember, it's a cylinder and a cone. You got the cone and the cone shape in the middle, and the cylinder is the leaf. The leaf, and the direction you put it in. Could be angled at the side, could be facing straight at you, could be turned to the side, but so that way that's how you angle your cylinder, depending on how it's pointing. Okay, let's go back to my main camera. Okay, Everett's Watercolors and Simply Drawing Whatever had a good time today again, as always. Anyway, I always enjoy drawing flowers, painting flowers. I was out painting this morning real early. I painted a couple of flowers, so it's really a lot of joy. I love flowers, along with other parts of the landscape. All kinds of nature items I love. Okay, so give me a like and a thumbs up for this video if you like it, and subscribe. Also share it with your friends. Let them know I'm here on Thursdays with drawing exercises, watercolor, and so forth. I'll be back again next week with another Simply Drawing Whatever next Thursday, and also Everett's Watercolors on Thursday. I do a watercolor demonstration. On the weekends I do a simple drawing. It's called Anyone Can Draw with One Line Only. It comes out on Sunday. So if you're subscribed to this channel, you'll be notified of all those videos. So please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.